Okay, we're back again live. I don't have any idea what just happened. I don't have any idea why we got or how we got cut off in the apparently we were cut off while I was praying. Uh got cut off while I was praying. You know that's an attack of the devil. You know that's straight up an attack. Um But anyway, welcome back. Let me put up the name of this session. Once again, this will be a short session, but I'm going to jump right in so that if I get cut off again, hopefully I'll be finished. Yeah, it just cut off out of nowhere in the middle of my prayer. I opened my eyes and nothing was there. It was just a blank page. Good afternoon. Good to see you. It just, I mean, in the middle of praying, it just cut off. I mean, it wasn't on my end. Uh, I don't know what happened. You could see and hear me. I couldn't see or hear anything on YouTube. Uh, it just, the YouTube page was just blank. So uh, I don't know. I'll have to investigate that if possible. Okay. We okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna get started because this session it shouldn't be somewhere around 20 to 25 minutes, and we'll be, but it's a good one because like I say, this was based on, I'm not sure if it was a dream or a vision that I had. And I had it I found myself in a room. In the dream, I was going places, and then I ended up in this building, and I went to. It looked like a large bathroom, or it was It was a room. It was not real large, but it was of. Uh, it was a decent size room. So I assumed maybe it was the bathroom. But anyway, after I entered the room, something told me to be careful, something of that nature. I sensed evil presence outside the door. And immediately after I sensed it, something, I heard a knock. Okay. And this was supposed to be, if it wasn't a bathroom, a private room. Okay. And so after it knocked, I heard the knock a second time, I started quoting a verse. I think it was one of the Psalm verses out loud. It spoke about how God will protect you and cover you. And immediately after I spoke this verse, the knocking stopped, and I gave it a minute or two, and I opened the door, and there was nobody there. There was nothing there. And almost minutes later, rather, I should say, a few seconds later, I woke up. So this was a spirit, an evil spirit. I knew it was. I remembered after I woke up that I had asked God to increase my spiritual strength in one of my long nature walks. I walk about 3.5 miles, and it's in a wilderness like setting. And I literally, if you saw me, you probably thought I was crazy if you didn't know me, because I have a conversation with God sometimes. And sometimes I pray out loud because there's nobody around, okay, for long distances, okay. And so I'm free to, to express myself. So I had asked in one of those walking sessions just recently for God to increase my spiritual strength in this time that we're in. And I remembered in that moment after I woke up that I had done that. And God revealed to me in that moment. I mean, I'm talking straight to you. God revealed to me in that moment that He is testing all of us during this period. He's testing all of us. Now, for many of us who are staying in the faith, He is testing you to strengthen your spiritual strength. He's strengthening your spiritual strength. I forgot something. I forgot to read the verse that is pivotal to this, and I should have read that before I jump into the deep of this. But it's okay if we read it at this point. It's Psalms 97:10, and it says, "You that love the Lord hate evil. He preserves the souls of His saints. He delivers them out of the hand of the wicked." You that love the Lord hate evil. He preserves the souls of His saints. He delivers them out of the hand of the wicked. So this verse is pivotal to what I'm saying here. So this dream, this vision or this dream, this was no doubt real in terms of being a spirit. Spirits can get in your dream. And what happens is events will unfold according to how that dream, the outcome of that dream. How I responded really interpreted what would transpire in the future. There are some dreams like that you have, because some of those dreams are visions and you don't realize it. See, you have to realize, you have to understand that a vision really is, we'll say, a window into the spirit world, and things that happen in the spirit world, they then unfold in the physical world. See what I'm saying? And some dreams are spiritual dreams, which means it has the same or a similar impact. Okay, so this, I saw, or I see it as a testing to make me better, to mature my faith, to make my spiritual strength stronger, build the spiritual muscle up, to have knowledge and wisdom is imperative, is good and imperative. But you also need to build your spiritual strength so that you will know how to handle, or you will have the, how should I say, you'll have the experience to handle situations that require you to have the spiritual know-how, lack of a better way to put it. So your spiritual conditioning, spiritual conditioning is necessary. Once you gain knowledge and you turn that knowledge into wisdom, then you need to apply it. And it's only through application that build up your spiritual strength. Only through application. Okay. So this is what a test is. This is why tests are necessary. God has to allow us to be tested so that we can have the spiritual strength. We can have the spiritual muscles to maneuver through situations, applicable situations in our lives. So God, he showed me that there are things that are coming that I've said here many times, and I apologize for having to state these things so frequently, but I feel the necessity so that you can prepare yourself, not just brace yourself, but prepare yourself spiritually for the coming future. Okay? So the importance of preparation, the importance of gaining the knowledge, getting the experience, building your spiritual strength, is to make yourself prepared for life, for the situations that are coming at us. Okay. I want to say this here. We're not going to be but a few more minutes here in the heart of this, conversation. God, you see, I've said it, and I hate to keep repeating, but God is looking for mature believers now. And there may be things that you have dealt with this week, or you dealt with today, or you may deal with this coming week. How did I say it? Things that you dealt with last week, today, or this coming week, or in going further into the future, that God will allow just simply so that you can build up your spiritual muscles, build up your experience, applying that knowledge that you've gained, that he's given you. So it's important for you to stay rooted in this time. It's important for you to stay rooted, in particular in the word of truth. Okay? Stay rooted. Evil is at hand, and it is powerful. It is coming in the world. We have evil that is coming in, that is at a higher intensity of strength than we've seen in the past. You see? So this is why it's important for you to build up your strength. The devil knows that his time is short. He don't have much time before Christ gets here. You see? And people haven't been told the truth about that, how all of this works. They've been given all this religious information that is erroneous. It's not spiritual. But it's important for you now to apply the knowledge that God has given you. It's important for you to stay prayed up. It's important for you to maintain the relationship with God that will keep you in his strength. In his strength. You need to keep the Holy Spirit in your presence. You need to keep the Holy Spirit strong in your presence. And there are a number of things that you can do to keep the Holy Spirit in your presence, okay? Because life is going to quickly flip. Things are going to, just like with this coronavirus thing, it happened quick. It was unexpected. And this next episode, this next event or events, they're going to come on the world quickly also, but they're going to be more dangerous. But remember what God said. He's going to preserve the souls of his saints. Remember that. He's going to deliver them out of the hand of the wicked. And the reason that verse is saying that is saying, it's not saying that you will be 100% sheltered through all of these events. In other words, you may have some exposure to some of the events that are going to unfold, and you're not going to have that protective housing, and you're going to have to step out into, you see what I'm saying? But if God is in you, he's going to take care of you. You're going to have more faith in that situation where you have to step out of that house of protection. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to be more, you're going to have to remain prayed up, because when these things happen, you're not going to expect them, more likely. You're not going to expect it. These things wouldn't be dangerous if you could prepare for everything. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have to remain in a spiritual, in a relationship with God. Don't let him get too far away from you. Don't let him get too far away from you, so that when these things happen, you won't be caught off guard. And when evil comes knocking, you won't know what to do. You see, my reaction, my test, God was testing me on not what I would do, but the test was a test of my ways. That doesn't make sense probably to some listeners. There's a difference between doing and ways. When God tests what you do, that's different. Your ways is to Psalms 119:3. Let me bring that verse in. It says, they also do no iniquity, they walk in his ways. Better yet, Hebrews 3:10. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. No, that's not the one I want. Jeremiah 17:10. I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. Those two different things. What you do is what you consciously make a decision of. But your ways are based on what you practice. This is what this test was. That's why in this dream I couldn't make a conscious decision because I was asleep. I was unconscious. Or if it was a vision, you respond. You see, and whatever you have programmed by your practices, yes, it's like your habits. What you program through your practices is how you respond. A lot of people, it's bad English, there are many folks out there who hadn't been properly taught and hadn't practiced what they have been taught, would have, in the situation that I experienced, would have panicked. And he would have got him. Okay. Just like in real life. If you panic is fear. Then evil feeds off of fear. Okay. But what you habitually practice will allow you to respond to situations properly. My praying after my spirit told me this was evil, I start I quoted these verses. That was my natural response because of what I practice. Because of what I practice. I didn't have to think about it. In situations where you are in a fight or flight situation, you're going to do what you've been practicing. You're not going to be able to think it through in those situations. You're not going to be able to think it through. That's what you do is based on what you consciously decide on. You're not going to have the opportunity to decide. You're going to have to automatically respond. In this, see, you're going to either react or respond. People that react is usually fear and desperation that leads your reaction in these situations. But people that respond is based on what they have practiced. It's their ways. You see what I'm saying? It's their ways. And so this is what God was doing. He was testing me. He was showing me where I was at so that I would know. And now I need to measure off how did I do in that situation. You see what I'm trying to say? I took a look at it actually already. And actually I thought it was an acceptable response. Okay. So this is what I wanted to bring to you. I wanted you to just understand that God, first of all, will test where you're at. These events that are happening. Even this coronavirus was a test for people. Okay. But what's coming is going to be even a better, more powerful test. You're going to have situations. Some individuals that are going to hear this sermon are going to have situations where they're not going to have the opportunity to consciously make a decision. They're going to have to make a quick decision which is going to be based on their habits or their ways, their practices. You see? So that's all I have for you today. I hope I've given you something that'll bless you, because the experience blessed me. You know, some people would say, wow, that was a bad. No, it wasn't, because I knew God was going to take care of me. I had no fear. In that vision, I had the opportunity, a dream, I had the opportunity to fear. I didn't, hey, the first thing I did was what I did. And this is where you've got to get there. You've got to get there. And I'm hoping my book will help some folks, because I'm getting into that type of teaching in this book, that type of knowledge. That's why it's so difficult to write, because the world hadn't been taught. The church world hadn't been taught what's right. Much of the teaching that's out there is junk. I'm sorry to say that. I may have offended some folks, but I'm not here to be everybody's friend. I'm sorry. That's why I was called a prophet. It's a very difficult and dangerous road. But anyway, I hope you got something from that. I pray that God be with you this week. And as usual, I like to speak over your life for this coming week. May the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Shalom. Thank you for joining. We'll see you again next Sunday. So long.